Project Blue Dini update. A couple days have passed, and the next thing I was waiting on a couple parts. So I got the JLT oil separator. This is the hose that I removed. It says to remove the engine cover, but I have to remove my whole brace to get the engine cover off, so I didn't do that. I just snuck my hands underneath there. You pull back on the little clip there, and then you pull this right off. So I pulled the one side off, pulled the other side off, and then fished the hose out. And then fished the new hose, which is right there, and pushed it on. And then the other one right there, pushed it on. And then the JLT sits right there. So you can unscrew the cup from the bottom, and I'll take it off. And then you would empty the oil out and put the cup back on. $139, plus lots of places you can use a coupon code. What this does is crankcase pressure right there, intake vacuum, so it pulls the crankcase pressure out and goes back into the intake manifold. The bad part is that you get some oil from the top end of these motors, and it sucks it right back into the intake manifold, which dilutes your fuel mixture going into the motor, and oil has low octane, so you're adding low octane oil to your fuel. And then it also coats the old inside of the intake manifold with oil, and it also coats the intake valves along with your combustion chamber. So you put this in, it collects the oil right here, and then you don't have to worry about all that stuff going into your motor. They have to do this with the emissions that they connect to together, and there's kind of nothing that the manufacturers can really do about it, so we can put these on from after the fact and catch all that oil so that it doesn't go into there. Next thing I'll be working on is I went with the J&M jacking rails. So those will go just inside of the pinch weld underneath there, and then it will give a spot to put the jack stands, and also, most importantly, to put the jack right on the edge of the car there, so when it sits lower, you don't have to worry about getting the jack underneath the middle of the car. So, okay, I'm going to work on those and get back with you with a video when I'm done. Part 2 for tonight. I always show the driver's side, so I figured I'd switch over to the passenger side and give you a view of the J&M jacking rails that I put on. So you can just barely see them, but that's the jacking rail. So this is the side splitter, pinch weld, and then there's the jacking rail. It sits right in between. You take out, I'm gonna go from underneath here. You take out this bolt, a factory bolt, and you take out, that's the back, and then you take out, you can see I moved my jack stand already. Then you take out these two front bolts here, put the jacking rail up there, and you have to use the two new bolts that they gave you in the package. And then one of the bolts from here goes back to the second hole. There was no bolt here, it was just a factory threaded hole. And then you put the original hardware back in there. It also had this little, it's gonna be hard to kind of see, but it also had that little plate up there, I guess to make the whole thing flush. I don't know, kind of looks like an afterthought to me. The J&M ones were out of stock, so I moved over, or not J&M, BMR jacking rails were out of stock, so I moved over to this J&M. Said it was a full-length rail. In comparison, I don't know. I didn't hold up I don't have a measurement on the BMRs. Maybe I'll look it up later on and see what the distance is. But this goes all the way from the front. There's nothing bad about having a light on your head. Front K-member, past the front K-member by, I don't know, a couple inches. And then it goes all the way to the back. Sorry about that. All the way to the back here. I don't know, it looks like a foot before the wheel well. So from here to just past the jack stand there is where it goes to. And in case I didn't have a good view before, here is that's the MRT H pipe that I did from CJ Pony Parts. Next, I'll be getting my wheels mounted